I've been growing cool season vegetables for about 3 years now, and they do really well here for me, especially the greens. If you're new here, I'm Mari and I'm gardening in Queens, New York City. Most cool season vegetables like to be planted out when it's still cool outside. They don't do very well in the heat, so I like to start my seeds early so they can be a nice healthy transplant size by the time that I'm able to put them outside. Here's the setup that I have to start. I already have added potting soil to all my seedling trays. I like to use those bigger cell seedling trays because if they have to stay in for longer, they have a lot of space for the roots to grow. I also already have made all the tags. I like to make that ahead of time. And here is the seed selection that I have picked for today. Most of these varieties here I have grown in the past and have had success with it. That's why I'm choosing to grow them again. I especially like this one over here from Hudson Valley Seed Company. It's a mix I have been growing for about 2 years now, and I still have a lot of seeds left. They come with a good amount in the package. It has a mixture of Asian greens, and what I really like about this, or like the most, is because those things here you can eat either raw or cooked. This year I decided to grow lots of cold hardy greens. In the past I have grown more lettuce. I find that I prefer to grow things that I can cook with, not only eat raw. I'm actually only growing one variety of lettuce this year, which would be this little jam lettuce. I might change my mind in the future. I was kind of debating because I have limited space. We're just trying to think about the cooking and the harvesting. I feel that the other greens, I'm just able to use that more. And then with this lettuce, I would let them grow as a full size to get these little nice heads. But then after I'll cut and leave about maybe a couple inches of the plant on the bottom, and that would just start growing again, sending more leaves to grow. Then I'm also growing kale. Dino kale is my favorite kale. It's also known as lacinato kale or dinosaur kale. So this is the one that you find in the grocery store that has the darker, longer stems. I love to cook with those, and I tend to eat a lot more of this variety when I grow too than the other ones, so I'm just going to grow this. In the past I also used to grow a kale mix. I have a couple more varieties of kale overwintering in my garden right now. If they make it, I will also have them, but if not, we're gonna be eating dino kale. And then I also have the purple lady bok choy. This is my favorite thing to grow actually in the spring. It looks so nice in the planter. I love cooking with it. It can also be cut and come again. If you cut and leave a little bit of the bottom of the plant, you just keep sending more leaves, so it's pretty cool. Same with this, the shijimisai. This is a Asian green that's very similar to spinach. This one is great to eat raw also, so a little mixture of this and the lettuce would be great for a salad. And the last two things are this broccoli. This is a burgundy mini broccoli, so it's going to look nice and purple. And this cheddar cauliflower. It has a very beautiful bright yellow orange color, and I'm planning to grow both of these on my green stalks this year. Actually, not the last two things, sorry, there's one more thing. I'm also going to grow beets. So this is called bull's blood beet. It's hard for me to say those words, but it has a red beet and red leaves, and I think that will look very nice with everything else that we have. And I have grown beets on my green stalk before and they did well. So now that we went through all of the varieties, let's start sowing the seeds. I'm going to start with the little jam lettuce first. Lettuce usually like to germinate and like to be surface sown, and this seed pack here says to sow 1/4 inch deep. The other times that I have grown lettuce before, I had success with just surface sowing them, so that's what I'm going to do today too. Here's how these lettuce seeds look like. These ones are white. I was planning to sow a little bit less than this, but all of this fell in my hands, so I'm going to use all of them. I'm going to get them here from my hands and just gently sprinkle them and press them on the soil after. So the soil, it's been slightly pre-moistened. I'm just throwing 2 to 3 seeds, that one was 4, on top of the soil, and after I do use all of them, I would just gently press them to ensure I have really good seed to soil contact, but I'm not really covering them. Even if it gets covered a little bit, since the seed pack say this could be planted 1/4 inch deep, but I like to leave them a little bit exposed just from my experience with growing lettuce. Next, we're going to do the salad savory mix. Most of the seeds are in the brassica family. They're going to look different than the lettuce. When you open this package, there's another package beside that, and they mostly look like this. All the same, but there are different varieties in here. They're all in the same family. They're all brassicas, but they'll produce different plants. For this, the seed pack said that you can do 1/2 inch deep, so I'm just going to poke some holes and put the seeds in there. 2 to 3 also. I have more in my hands, but this one's, I don't want to sow too much because they have been very vigorous in the past couple of years. And now I'm going to gently cover them. And now we have purple lady bok choy, which is also in the brassica family, and we also have those black brown seeds. Sometimes they're more on the brown side. I don't own too many of them either. I have had good germination with them in the past. So we're just going to repeat the same process. We'll make a little slight hole in the middle. Just 2 or 3 seeds. How many ever falls in there? 2. For the bull's blood beets, the seeds are going to look a lot bigger. In beets, the seeds are kind of like clusters. Many times you have more than 1 sprout per seed. So I'm not going to use all of them. But those are a bit of bigger seeds, so they can definitely be sown a little bit deeper. And I'm only using 1 side of the cell for this because I don't have a lot of space. I'm still putting 2 seeds per hole because those seeds are a bit older. And I don't know what the germination rate would be on this, so I'm doing 2 just to be safe. And here on this other side, I'm going to do the shijimi sai. They're also in the brassica family. I'm not going to cover them very much. I put up too many seeds in my hands again. But, oops. I'll just do 3 or 4 per hole. That's what fell in there. And in our last tray, we have the mini broccoli, the cheddar cauliflower, and the dino kale. Those 3 seeds over here. Because I don't have a lot of space, they are going to be in the same seedling cell. So I'll start here with the mini broccoli on this side. And all of these are also brassicas, so again, they're just going to look exactly the same like the other seeds. Oh, this one is actually, that's interesting, pelleted. So I didn't know that. This one has a seed coating, so it's easier for you to see and to work with. It's not because they're different seeds, it's just coated. And you could probably plant just 1 or 2. There you go. Cauliflower next, not pelleted. I'm just going to use 4 seeds. 2 and 2. And then dino kale last. Now I'm just going to mix them with some water. This soil is slightly moistened, but it was not too moist. It was not sticking to my fingers when I was touching it. So I want to make sure I add a lot more moisture here to help with the germination of these seeds. It's very important to keep the surface of the soil moist at all times when you're trying to start seeds inside, so they can break that seed coating shell and allow the sprout, the seedling, to come out. Because this is a little bit on the drier side, this potting soil, I'm also going to bottom water them. So I just have some water in here and I'll put right in the bottom. Last step is just to add this humidity dome. That also helps with keeping the surface of the soil moist and give a bit extra warmth to help them germinate as well. These are going to live downstairs under my grow lights. And that's it. We just started the first vegetable seeds of the year. I'll make sure to keep you guys updated on the progress of them. I have some other seedlings on my grow lights downstairs already. If you're curious to learn more about that, I'm going to link a video right up here with the first seeds that I have started. And also I'm going to link a second video here with my whole grow light setup so you can see what I use to grow these indoors. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope you're having a wonderful day and I'll see you next time.